Hello, welcome to this Calm Club loosening practice on body trust through psoas opening. Psoas is muscle that stands us up through the inner thighs, up through the groin, the belly to the diaphragm, and it can become tight, hard with stress. Laying down on your belly, you can feel your breath at the tissues just to the inside of the hip bones. And if you start to tuck each foot underneath to activate the foot, the toes, lift the knee and the hip, moving this side to side, you can feel this channel. And this movement not only starts to loosen this area, but can bring awareness in how we might feel. That's not to fix, but to just feel that we notice what is. Bring kindness to where we might be holding our tension as we move our feet side to side. Engaging from the feet all the way up. Whole body. Before tucking both toes under, drawing the elbows in to open the whole of the front body. You can release down with the arms. So you follow that with the breath, inhaling to lift up, exhaling to slide down again, legs staying active. So this way we can just feel out what it is to open channels a little bit more, pushing the heels away. Soft jaw and soft eyes before fully dropping down, just to let things be, feeling the ripples, the after effects of that opening, that engagement. And then taking arms out on the diagonal to lift up through the elbows, wrists, palms. You can move in the jaw to release there. And in this motion, just feel how things are feeling, are talking through the front body as you lift into that back arch. And then elbows underneath the shoulders and a little further forward so we're not jamming into the lower back. With the next inhalation, draw one knee up to look at it. Exhale back to center. So you move that side to side. The knee that you're lifting up and moving to look at, softening into psoas on this side whilst lengthening into the other. Letting the hips roll and letting the ribs, shoulders, neck just organize themselves so that you can really see the knee in the way that your body best organizes everything at once. Just trusting your body will find the way and fully breathing so you stay present but soft. And you can see why I'm doing this on just a floor rather than on a sticky mat, so you can really slide. Really feel you're free to fully move. If the floor's too hard for you, you can put a blanket down over a mat. And don't worry about it bunching up. Really simply just want to move and explore. And coming back to center, letting things soften, head back onto your hands. So breathing back into this area, just to the inside of the hip bones. Letting your breath fill up into your lower back. To bring awareness of this area. Before just feeling out again now, coming to that position we did before, arms wide, so collarbones are wide. You can lift up. And just feel what the inner landscape is like. All the way from the front of the hips up after loosening and moving into the psoas as we did. And then just coming up to the first side with the leg, I'm going to slide the arms round with the head in position. So we're coming into a side flank stretch all the way up the opposite side. And letting that settle and hold and stay there, so that you can breathe to inhale all the way up the side of the lengthened body and exhale all the way down. Breathing between the ribs there, into the side of the spine, into that side of the lungs, before sliding all the way round to the other side. So you're now lengthening from the hip of the leg that's bent up. So things might feel quite different here. That hip is slightly higher than the other, so there's a slight rotating motion. But simply breathing to notice, to not need to interpret or analyse, but to feel everywhere the ground holds you up. So as you allow the tissues to be breathed into, when you retract back to centre, you can allow the time here to process, to integrate, to notice the subtle differences through tissues, through breath, before bending up the other leg and sliding towards the bent knee to hold and stay. So you come as far as the elbows move without the head or the neck pushing in. So this whole side flank stretch reaches up through the side of the neck as well, with eyes soft. Inhaling all the way up that side, exhaling all the way back down. So sigh out with the exhalation before sliding to the other side, finding where you can settle in with the neck comfortable. Chin tucked slightly into the throat so you can retain soothing space at the base of the skull. Place where you can be expansive enough to notice the subtleties of feeling. Tune in to a refined awareness that really helps our sense of trust and safety, particularly as we move into this psoas area. Coming back to centre, just have a little roll with the hips side to side. You can bend up the legs, have a little movement of the feet side to side to ease out the lower back, and then keeping the feet up, drawing the elbows back in again, so a low version of a bow pose in yoga. You can flex the feet for a little action, breathing into the front body there before sliding all the way back down onto your front. You need to, rolling your hips a little side to side. We're letting the legs come out wider to let the heels drop out and rest with width across the lower back. Namaste.